Hello and welcome back to G-Senjou no Maou. And yeah, I'm a little bit late on my schedule. It should be out already, but now it's delayed for a couple of hours. I'm sorry. Yeah, I was occupied with a different game, which I not recorded yet, strangely, even though... forget about it. Maybe I will show it, maybe not. But now we're going on with this. It's not like it's not interesting or anything, but you know, sometimes you just drift away even though this is an interesting story. Maybe I just don't want it to end so soon. Whatever. This is a lazy excuse for not going on with the schedule, so... Did something happen? Tsubaki returned after a while. Tsubaki had a frightening look about her. I'm leaving early. What happened? My mom collapsed. She's in the hospital right now. Now that I think about it, she hasn't been well lately. She's been in bed ever since the kidnapping. Which hospital? I tried to remain calm. Wow, as if you would go all uppity about it. Judging by the name of the hospital Tsubaki told me, it was General Hospital in the Eastern District. Alright, take a taxi there. It'll get you there in no time.
Taxi?
A taxi? I've never taken one before. I call for one now, and I lend you the money. It shouldn't be more than 5,000 yen. I can't! How do you expect her to pay it back? Don't worry about it. It's an emergency, right? I took a 5,000 yen bill from my wallet and handed it to Tsubaki. I picked up my cell to call the cab company too. Adai-kun, I'm sorry. What have I missed since the last recording? What? Maybe I should have looked it up. I'm a little bit confused on why this is going on. Well, it is explained, but it feels so sudden. The call was already over by the time Tsubaki had a chance to resist again. He said he'll be here in 5 minutes. Go wait in front of the school. I've already told him the destination. Oh. What's the matter? You look like you want to cry. Thank you. Really. Thank you. Tsubaki held the 5,000 yen bill tightly in her hands and dashed out of the classroom. Watching her back turn the corner, Yusami whispered, Nicely done, Azai-san. You're sure reliable, aren't ya? It's because I'm rich. Regardless, you're so thoughtful toward your friends. No, really, it's normal, isn't it? You are normally not that nice. You are highly confusing in your personality right now. Is she misunderstanding me? My business with Sanoo Corporation is only possible because of Tsubaki. I have to repay this favor. Well, you're going to help me find Tsubaki's brother too, right? Of course, but can you come to my house tomorrow instead? You do realize the situation worsens for Hiroaki-kun as time passes, don't you? I get the feeling I'm being led around by the nose here. Very well, but you have to leave as soon as you have what you want. I still have plans for the night.
ありがとうございます。
Thanks. The bell signals the end of lunch break. Oh well. This could be a chance to investigate the connection between Yusami and Maou. You think you will find out anything?
いやー、噂には聞いてましたが、とんでもなく高いマンションですね。
What? Wow, it's even more majestic than I've heard. Your apartment is so tall and swanky, whatever that means. Yusami was impressed looking up at the building.
浅井さんってすごいですね。
You really are rich. Wouldn't he save even more money if he wouldn't live on such high standards? Not me, my dad. He's the rich one. Oh, I guess his dad pays this. I inserted the key into the auto-locking door and opened it.
こんなところに一人で住んでるんですか？
You live alone in this kind of place? What's wrong with that?
ありますよ、もちろん。ひがみますよ、もちろん。
What do you think? I'm jealous. You're quite annoying. We entered the elevator after moving through the lobby. Why is he so mean towards her? I don't get it. She's my favorite character so far.
お邪魔します。
Thanks for letting me come over. First things first, don't touch anything here.
広い。何畳くらいあるんですか、これ。
This place is huge. What's the square footage of this, baby? Something like 1,600? Don't go nosing around. Sit your butt down over there and don't move.
眺めも最高じゃないですか。こんなところに女性を連れ込んで、一体どんな邪悪なことをしてるんですか？
What a moving view! What evil intentions could you have behind bringing an innocent girl here? Yusami looked around the house excitedly. Would coffee do? I don't think you need to hype her up even more.
ありがとうございます。あ、金庫だ。へえ、お金貯めてるんですか？
Thanks. Oh, a safe? Do you save up money in there? Yusami pointed at the safe that holds 50 million yen. You point in the money that is probably not visible yet for some reason, but the camera shows here. So, ladies and gentlemen, an invisible safe right beneath the couch. Just a little.
浅井さんってアルバイトしているわけじゃないですよね。
But it's not like you have a job or anything, right? I get a small allowance working for my dad.
何にしても真面目にお金を貯めてらっしゃるんですね。
Even so, you are serious about saving up money, aren't you? Why do you say that? I continued the question. Doesn't it seem strange that someone living in a huge, expensive apartment like this would be saving up money?
いやまあ、なんとなくそう思っただけですけどね。
Well, it was just the feeling I got. She turned her attention to the furniture as she spoke.
部屋自体はとても高いんでしょう。ただ、ソファーやテーブルなんかは実は安物なんじゃないんですか？
The room itself is expensive, yes, but aren't all the sofas and desks cheap stuff? You know your furniture pretty well.
自分、リサイクルショップとかよく行ってましたんで、見かけた品があるなと思ったんです。
I'm always visiting the used goods stores. I've seen so many by now that I recognize them right away. It's true, and it's not only the furniture, the dinnerware and appliances are all cheap stuff too. It's all stuff that I bought cheap from the Suwao Alliance's pawn shop. A lot of them were gifts too.
浅井さんは洋服もたくさん持っているみたいでおしゃれですし、お部屋もこんなに立派です。車も持っているんですか？
You seem to have quite a number of suits. You like to dress up, and your house is wonderful as well. Do you have a car? Yeah, the parking garage is underground. Well, it's just a company car.
失礼なことを言わせていただきますと、浅井さんはなんだか見栄を張るためだけにお金を使っていて、普段はとても質素な方なんじゃないですか？
This might be out of line, but I get the impression that you only spend money for status. Are you actually a frugal person deep down, Azai-san? Somehow I knew you would start to analyze my personality the second you stepped in that door. And oh, my little book here. I want to know what frugal means. Frugal. I as always I think I know what it is. That he's kind of a money picking saving person and only pays status to hold up his outer facade. So yeah. Let's see.
すみません。つい気になってしまいまして。
Sorry, I couldn't help thinking about that. Still, most of what Yusami said was correct. I led a life that appears luxurious. Wait, I led a life? I lead a life that appears luxurious. Oh yeah, okay. Gonsu's orders, after all. I would personally rather save money. I still have to return the 200 million yen debt my father owes. Nevertheless, appearances are crucial. The white house, the white car, the white clothes. I might only be his adopted son, but as a child of the fourth leader of the Sonoyama group, I can't just let others look down on me. I know better than to do that. Gonsu has shown me firsthand the power one can obtain by flaunting one's wealth. Oh god. Wristwatches, cars, a few extra square feet in the underground, these things are closely tied to your overall worth as a person. Oh, this is very, very materialistic. I think I probably eat better food than you at least.
そうでしょうね。
I bet. I buy CDs and take Tsubaki out for coffee too. I do a lot of stuff that wastes money. Of course you do.
それもそうっすね。質素は言い過ぎでしたね。
Oh, right. You can't be frugal and do all those things. Okay, that's it. I want to know now what frugal means. Hey, frugal also means modest or humble, if you even don't know that. So yeah, frugal in German means bescheiden. Or even schlicht. So yeah, modest and humble are the closest things I could get from the English dictionary I use. And yeah, this is okay. This can describe him, and my head disappeared for half a second there. Okay, yeah, let's go on. Yusami lowered her head slightly. It looks like her whole body lowered a lot.
いや、私てっきり浅井さんは何か事情があってお金を稼ぎまくっている好青年かと思いましたよ。
She nailed it. Well then, and here I was, thinking you were some good-hearted young man who was saving up money because of certain circumstances. You mean one of those guys that lives in a tiny little room, uses a public bath and toilet, and leads a frugal lifestyle, all for the sake of being able to pay back some of his sick mother's debt? What a ridiculous thought. This is exactly what you're doing. Forget about 1 or 200,000. How could someone saving up such piddly amounts by living like that possibly repay 100 million yen debt? If you don't use money, you won't earn money. I've been repeating this to myself. Oh, okay, that's what he is referring to. I must repay all my debts. Still, I refuse to live a poor life. I can take that. Otherwise, people who think they know the first thing about me will look upon me with pity. Yeah, maybe. I'm also very, very modest and humble in my things. The only thing I really spend money on is my PC, and this PC is now 2 years old, and I will probably use it for 2 more years before I switch it out. And yeah, I have so-called IKEA furniture. It looks good, but it is also not that expensive. And yeah, I even try to save up a little bit, but this is only to stay ahead. Well, not really ahead of technology, but to upgrade my setting here to stay how is it called? To stay up to date, to deliver good quality and stuff like that. I know for visual novels like that, I could stay like this for 10 years, but visual novels are not my focus, so yeah, there are even more high demanding things behind my wig. But that's beside the point, I guess. What am I even trying to do here? I never want to experience that kind of humiliation ever again.
それで、本題ですけど。
Well, let's get back to business. Yeah, I'll get to researching in my study.
じゃあ自分も。
I'm coming too. You wait here.
え？じゃあ自分は何しにお宅にお邪魔してるんですか？一緒に調べましょうよ。
Huh? Then what would be the point of me even coming here? Let's do it together. I'll be in charge of searching on the internet for information on rundown locales and printing it out. You read it and I'll look for further information while you are reading.
ああ、なるほど。そういう役割分担ですね。
Oh, I see. Division of labor. I just wanted Yusami to stay out of my study. There are a lot of things on my computer that simply cannot be seen.
じゃあ早速。
Well, let's get to it. I left Yusami there and entered the study myself. All the dots. We met in the living room after an hour had passed. The sun was already setting before we knew it. Seems like there are a lot of rundown spots. Not only were there a lot of condemned homes that nobody lived in, but there were a lot of ruined parks and hotels. There were even some old military facilities. Yusami surfed through the information I had printed out.
この旅館、温泉旅館といって温泉が出なかったみたいですね。シュールですわ。
This motel calls itself the Hot Spring Motel, but it doesn't have a hot spring. How weird. I bet that's why it's closed. And look at this rental house. It might be condemned, but it's in the center of town.
ですね。そういうのは後回しにしていいと思います。
Yeah, we can leave places like that for the end. We'd be hard-pressed to believe that the kidnapper was hiding the hostage in an old building that people pass by all the time.
はい。というわけで、浅井さんにお願いしたいことがあるんです。
Alright, I have a request for you, Azai-san. What now?
いくら廃墟でも勝手に侵入するのはまずいですよね。
These places may be condemned, but it's still not right to just up and search them, right? Right, I nearly forgot. Someone owns it even if it's condemned. It's against the law to enter without permission.
今から当たってみたい廃墟をリストアップしてみました。ですので、浅井さんのお力で管理者に連絡を取ってみてもらえませんか？
I made a list of the ones I want to try, so, Azai-san, could you contact the owners for me?
無理ですかね。
You think they'll say no? Well, we won't know until we ask. How can we ask these people in a way that will guarantee their consent? A 5-year-old might be trapped in there. That'd be just peachy, but there's no way we can say that. Alright, just wait a moment. I need to ask an acquaintance of mine in real estate about something. I took the list Yusami had arranged back into my study. Now I know why I'm not recording. It's hot as balls in here. I mean, it's really, really warm. For the whole last week, was just warm, and I was just sitting in my chair like, ugh, and sweating all over the place. It's ugh. And yeah, and I also have to close my windows now because it's late and I don't want to have little insects swirling around in my house. Ugh. This is even more draining energy draining than it is, I don't know. And then it is normally when, maybe I should, can I do that without, wait a minute. Wait. Oh, I forgot to plug it in. I have a little ventilator here. Okay, here we go. All the dots. The inner workings of the real estate business is quite something. When I said I was with the other corporation and asked the real estate agent about the buildings, he called his co-worker and identified the owners almost immediately. Well, I dealt with 5 locations to start with.
結果はどうでしたか?
How'd it go? No worries. They all agreed to let us in.
本当ですか? それは良かった。
Really? That's great. Yeah. The truth was, we didn't get permission at all. What? All 5 of them belonged to a local financial institution. Getting permission was out of the question. Why did you lie to her then?
浅井さん、大丈夫なんですよね?
Azai-san, is it really okay? Yeah, they said it's not a problem, seeing as how I'm my father's son. Why are you lying to her? Do you want her to get arrested?
そうですか。自分はそういうの疎いんで、助かりました。
Really? I don't really have a clue about that kind of stuff, so you did me a huge favor there. We're in search of a 5-year-old for the greater good here. I do feel a little bad about it, but what Yusami doesn't know won't hurt her.
じゃあ、行ってきます。
Well, I'm off. What? We are starting now?
善は急げと。
The sooner, the better. Wait, let's pack some things first. As I got deeper into the research, I started to see how unsafe these condemned sites are.
軍手に防塵マスク、それから底の厚いブーツですかね。
Military gloves, masks, thick-soled boots? And flashlights. It's pretty dark in these places, even at noon.
大体持ってます。以前工事現場でアルバイトしていたことがありまして、その時に一式揃えたんです。
Wow. I'm already set. I worked at a construction site once. I prepared a full utility pack back in those days. She really does all kinds of jobs. Well, she's very versatile, and this is an ability not a lot of people have.
それじゃあ、資料とかをお借りしていきます。浅井さんは来られないんですよね。
Well then, let me borrow the research. You're not going, are you? Sorry, there's something I need to do today. Isn't she afraid going alone? The photos of ruined buildings, every last one of them looked frightening. There might not be ghosts, but there could be vagrants or packs of wild dogs. I'll find some time and do some more thorough research on the condemned sites in the city. I'll ask my dad about it too.
ありがとうございます。
Thank you. Yusami waved and headed for the door. Wait a moment. Yusami turned and moved her head to the side in uncertainty. I like this view so much. I have a question.
ええ、
You insist the kidnapper's Maou, right?
それが何か?
What about it? What do you think Mao's motive is for kidnapping Tsubaki's brother?
動機ですか?
His motive? You know that the goal of the kidnapper wasn't money, right?
今一つ魔王の心境が理解できない部分が多いんですがね、浅井さん。
At this point, I still have a lot of question marks about Mao's thought process, Azai-san. Yusami nodded again and said,
ある仮説を立ててみました。
I do have a certain hypothesis, though. Hypothesis? That's a hard word.
魔王の真の目的は私を陥れることなのではないかと。
What I mean is, I find it quite possible that Mao's true target is me. He may be trying to hurt me in some way. Huh? I frowned.
もしくは魔王は魔王にとって私がどの程度の脅威になりうるかを試してきたんです。
Alternatively, Mao may just want to test me to see what level of threat I am to him. Aren't you being a little too self-centered? That sounds bonkers.
自分でも変態なことを言っているのは分かっています。
Why did she use the word hentai in this sentence? I know, I'm talking nonsense. I joked. What are you trying to say that you and Mao are arch nemesis?
いやいや、魔王にとって自分なんかミジンコみたいなもんですよ。
No, no, I'm nothing but plankton before Mao.
いや、ミジンコは言い過ぎか。ゴキブリみたいなもんか。
No, plankton's too weak. Maybe a cockroach. Oh, cockroaches are pretty resistant to a lot of things. They are the only things that can survive a nuclear war.
あ、でもゴキブリは可愛くないから嫌だな。
Oh, but cockroaches aren't cute at all, so that would suck too. What the hell is her problem? Well then, why would a vicious kidnapper like Mao want to go after planktons like you? After plankton like you?
それは
Well... She swallowed her words as they were about to come out. Come on, it's okay to tell me, isn't it?
ちょっとお話できませんね。
I don't really want to say it. I clicked my tongue. You're just full of secrets, aren't you?
すみません。
Sorry. Yusami still looked rather calm. Somehow this felt ridiculous. Gonsu ordered me to search for Maou, but the key, Yusami, won't tell me anything.
私が隠し事の多い女だということですが。
So you say, I'm a woman full of secrets. Angry? I'm just telling it like it is, you know? Wait, what? Oh, angry like a question, okay.
浅井さんにもお話ししたくないことの一つや二つあるんじゃないでしょうか。
But you have things you don't want to tell others too, don't you? What are you talking about?
浅井さん、こんなことを言うと喧嘩になってしまいそうで怖いんですがね。
Though I'm a bit scared to bring it up with you because it might get us into an argument.
浅井さんのお人柄はどうにもつかめません。
You've got a really mysterious personality, Azai-san. I'm mysterious?
あなたは学園ではひょうきんで明るくて友達思いです。今日椿にタクシーを手配してあげたりもしましたね。
You are funny at school and thoughtful to your friends. You even called a cab for Tsubaki today.
けれど身代金を引き渡す当日には用事があると言って姿を消しました。
But on the day we handed over the ransom, you just left, saying you're busy.
今日もそうです。協力してくれると言ったのに肝心の廃墟の探索には同行してくれません。
Today too, we promised to work as a team, but you won't go search the condemned sites with me. I could feel my anger building up. Why? You're a dick. You should be angry about that this woman can look right through you. As I said, I'm busy. I have my reasons. I can't do anything about it, okay?
はい。ですから私にだって事情があるんです。魔王との関係を話したくない事情が。
Yes, that's why you understand that I have my reasons too. Reasons why I won't talk about the connection between Maou and me. She smuggled through it with those pretty words. Perhaps you still suspect that I'm Maou, and she's right with that. I meant to say it out of spite. Yusami silently shook her head.
どうも失礼しました。帰ります。
Thank you for having me. I'll be leaving now. Oh god, what will happen if she finds out? What happens? What will she do when she finds out that we are Maou, but also that we are a split personality? The one side being Maou, the other side being Azai. I mean, will she just stab us with a knife, yandere style, or... Oh, I don't think I really used the word yandere correctly. Psychopath would be more appropriate, I guess. But a yandere is practically a psychopath. Psychopath is a person who can fake feelings, but can't feel real emotion, has a lot of apathy or something like that. But in the case of the yandere, she has only emotion towards one thing and one thing only. So there's really a small gap between psychopaths and yanderes. Sure. She left the room timidly, hunched over. Maybe I shouldn't get involved any deeper with Yusami. I reclined on the sofa alone. Could Maou be targeting Yusami? Whatever the case, it's got nothing to do with me. It seems like it'll be hard to get any information about Maou out of her. But Gonzo's really going to come down on me if I don't make some progress towards finding Maou. Damn it! And it looks like Maou doesn't plan to let Tsubaki's brother go either. If he doesn't, the shit's going to hit the fan real fast. See, that's words I can understand. Even the most mild-mannered family would call the police. Once the police get involved, the fact that I took part in the loans would be exposed, and the Sova aliens would probably be investigated thoroughly. God only knows what Gonzo would do to me if that happened. I came to a conclusion. I need to continue to watch Tsubaki's family. It's difficult for me to get involved in their family decisions as an outsider, but I have to try. A headache sprang out of nowhere as I continued to think, and thus transforming into the devil of the night. It's been happening quite frequently recently. I need to finish work as soon as possible. And we are Maou now! This is the most fun part of the game. Or we are not. Wait. We are... Wait, Maou is aware of that he is Azai. So Azai... Is Maou maybe faking to be us right now? I'm confused. I was really thinking that we are Maou now. Azai-kun? I paid a visit to Tsubaki's house after finishing work. Sorry for coming over so late. I was in the neighborhood, so I came to check up on you guys. Tsubaki's eyes widened as she looked at me in surprise. Are you going somewhere?
もう帰ってきたんだけどね。
No, I just got back. Tsubaki mumbled as she gripped her coat's hem. So, is your mother doing okay?
明日まで入院するんだけどね。
Ah, yeah, she has to stay at the hospital until tomorrow, though. Was it stress?
みたいだね。お母さんも参っちゃったみたいで。
Seems like it. Mom's so exhausted. How about you, Tsubaki? Are you feeling okay? It might be the dim light, but Tsubaki's face looked in desperate need of rest.
私は全然平気だよ。
I'm fine, really. You're amazing, Tsubaki. I really felt that from the bottom of my heart. You have a heart? Really? Her brother had been kidnapped, the Winston had been taken, and the hostage had still yet to return. The fact that she could still smile was really something. You're a strong person. Tsubaki shook her head, insisting that it wasn't true.
お家寄ってく？
Will you be coming in? Sure. The house was lifeless. All the kids had probably gone to sleep. There was only her dad in the living room, laying his head on the table in misery.
ああ、浅井くんじゃないか。いらっしゃい。
Oh, Azai-kun, welcome. He let loose a greeting with worn eyes.
浅井くん、私ちょっと弟たちを寝かしつけてくるね。
You will not come back from that. They want to snuggle and huggle you. Wait, huggle? Azai-kun, I'm going to put my siblings to bed. Sorry for the late hour, sir. In stark contrast to Tsubaki's, his eyes looked weak.
すまないね。こんな格好で。
I'm sorry you had to see me like this. His face was gaunt. He looked really tired. Although that would be quite natural under these circumstances. Maybe Tsubaki was the abnormal one.
浅井くん椿は
Adai-kun, where's Tsubaki? Huh? She just went to the room there, didn't she?
ああ、そうか。そうだったね。
Yeah, right. Of course she did. He's probably been depressed the whole time. An awkward silence filled the air. Tsubaki's father spoke softly.
浅井くん、椿をよろしく頼むね。
Adai-kun, I'm counting on you to take care of Tsubaki. Huh?
あれはとても優しい娘なんだ。
She is a really kind girl. Yeah, I know.
今もね、無理に明るく振る舞ってるんだ。内心では辛いくせにね。
The poor girl pretends to be cheerful, but I just know she's crying on the inside. Wow, this is almost like I do most of the days. Well, but for some reason, playing this game and pretending, it's really just pretending to talking to you, but it feels good in a way. So, yeah, that's also a weird thing. I really enjoy doing those videos, but also at the same time, sometimes I just don't feel like it, but specifically at those times, I should just hit up this novel and just read, because I really get into it just after a few lines of reading. Yeah, I can imagine. Tsubaki's dad sighed.
ちょっといい子に育ちすぎてしまったかな。
Maybe I brought her up too kind.
椿は人を疑うということを知らないんだ。
Tsubaki doesn't suspect anyone. He almost seemed to be talking to himself.
僕も母さんも世間知らずの田舎者だから、騙すより騙されるような人間になれと教えてきてしまったんだよ。
Her mother and
その方が疲れずに済むからね。
Her mother and I are both just ignorant bumpkins. So we've always taught her that life's easier being fooled than to fool others. Oh god, I know that feeling. No, Tsubaki's just a truly kind person. Unbelievably kind. By the way, did the kidnapper ever call you back? I changed the topic as Tsubaki returned from the other room.
浅井くん、何のお話してたの？
Adai-kun, what are you guys talking about? The kidnapper.
連絡はまだないよ。
Still no contact. You just said that you would change subject and you immediately got back to the subject? I see. Has Hiroaki already been killed?
大丈夫。ヒロアキはちゃんと帰ってくるよ。
It's okay. I know Hiroaki is going to return safely. Her bright voice didn't quite fit into the atmosphere. Well, she's talking to the kidnapper, so... And the kidnapper whispers nice things into her ear most of the time. It was as if she was somehow sure of it.
そろそろ警察を頼ろうかと思うんだ。
It's about time to call the police, I guess. What?
父さんが間違っていたんだ。最初から警察を頼っておけばこんなことにはならなかった。
That's been wrong the whole time. It wouldn't have gotten to this point if I had called from the beginning. It doesn't come as a shock that his train of thought would eventually reach that conclusion.
お父さん、ちょっと待って。
Dad! Wait! Tsubaki stopped her father from picking up the phone.
もうちょっとだけ待ってみようよ。
Wait! Wait just a little bit longer.
椿、すまなかった。でも、もう待てない。
Tsubaki, I'm sorry. I can't wait anymore. Oh, this sounded so weird. And I have really dirty thoughts sometimes, even in situations like this. Crap.
待ってよ。犯人は身代金さえ受け取ればヒロアキを返すって言ってたんだよ。
Wait! The kidnapper said he'd free Hiroaki after he got the ransom. Remember?
それは口実だよ。現に犯人から何の連絡もないじゃないか。
That was a lie. The kidnapper hasn't called us at all, has he?
でも今さら。
But we've waited for so long already.
すまん。父さんはもうじっとしていられないんだ。
I'm sorry. Your father can't wait any longer. He stood up in a rush. Looks like he's finally at the end of his rope. Please, don't become too impulsive. Tsubaki's father turned red and glared at me. I've kept silent about this up until now. But the truth is, I asked my father to help search for the kidnapper the day after the ransom was taken. Tsubaki held her breath.
どういうこと？
What? We're currently searching for Hiroaki through police acquaintance of my father's. All lies. The possibility of the kidnapper hiding in a remote, condemned site is very high. Investigation is currently in progress. Lies, but I decided to mix in some facts for good measure.
つまり警察の方はもう動いているということかい？
So, you're saying the police are already on the case? Yeah, but not in an official investigation.
それは本当なんだろうね。にわかには信じがたいよ。
Can that really be true? It's kind of hard to believe this coming out of nowhere. It's true. Some old colleagues of my dad and a few private detectives are working on it as we speak. Tsubaki's dad fell silent. Right now, patiently waiting for an outcome would be a better solution than irritating the kidnapper by calling the police.
しかしね。
But I'll bring Hiroaki back, I swear. I said this firmly. Oh.
お父さん、浅井くんに任せてみようよ。
Dad, leave it to Adai-kun. Tsubaki spoke to her father as well, but his grim face didn't seem to relax at all. Seems like his judgment's lagging under extreme fatigue. Finally, Tsubaki's dad silently dropped his head.
少し休ませてもらうよ。
I'm going to take a short rest. Apparently he believed my bullshit. Maybe he didn't have the strength remaining to call the police in the first place. Phew. Anyway, I managed to jump this hurdle. But a lie's still a lie. It will only help buy some time. If Hideaki's still alive, we have to find him as soon as possible.
ごめんね。お父さん、疲れてるみたいで。
Sorry about that. Dad's really tired lately. I can't blame him. I took a look at my watch and it was already after 12. So past midnight? Well, it's time for me to head home.
もう
So soon? I didn't have anything in mind when I stopped by. I hinted to Tsubaki. Call me if you are planning to call the police, okay? Tsubaki's complete trust in me brought a swift reply.
お父さんが謝ったことしようとしたら、今日みたいに止めてもらえるかな。
Are you going to help stop Dad like you did just now if he does anything rash? Yeah, he's a little on edge right now.
それと、ありがとうね。実は犯人を探してくれてたんだね。
Thanks for that. By the way, I never thought that you would secretly help me find the kidnapper. No problem. I avoided her eyes and put on my coat. Not going on a little sleepover? I mean, it's past 12 and the way back home is long and lonely and wouldn't it be nicer to... oh, whatever. Well, good night. You too. She smiled. You can do it, Tsubaki. Tsubaki's smile didn't seem quite satisfied as I turned to leave. Sure enough, the voice from behind me spoke up again.
待って、浅井くん。
Wait, Adai-kun! Hmm?
もう遅いし、泊まっていく？
I freaking called it! It's already pretty late, so do you want to spend the night and snuggle with me under my bed? You're the last girl I would expect to hear that from. I teased her with the same cheerful voice I always use at school. But Tsubaki didn't understand that it was a joke.
ごめんね。本当言うと、ちょっと心細くて。
Oh, I'm sorry. Actually, I was a little nervous to invite you. Oh. As her father had said, Tsubaki pretends to be cheerful, but is actually quite uneasy on the inside. Finally, I've been waiting to see the human side of you.
あ、どういう意味？
What do you mean? Oh, nothing. It would be too much to expect anyone to remain completely normal in the face of this situation. I'll pass on spending the night. We have school tomorrow, and I'm a total dumbass. Why, Azai? Why would you do that? Look, she looks lovely, and she really needs someone at her side, and you are just a big dumbass. Oh, in terms of relationships, he's as dumb as any other protagonist in visual novels, is he? I patted Tsubaki's shoulder lightly.
ごめんね、無理言って。浅井くんにしかこんなこと相談できなくて。
Sorry for the trouble. You're the only one I can talk about things with. She looked at me like a pitiful little puppy. I just have to think about it. There was a game on sale that that uses voice to cast magic spells, and I forgot to buy it. It's totally unrelated to this game, but it just popped back into my mind. Because it would be the perfect game for a let's play, because I had to yell out strange stuff all the time to defeat the enemies. Her round eyes seem to glow in the night sky. Call me if something happens. She looked at me, her eyes filled with loneliness. Oh, come on, stay with her.
私も携帯電話持とうかな。
I think I should get its cell phone too. Is that so? It's very convenient, you know.
だよね。いつでも連絡できるし。
Yeah, we'd able to get in contact anywhere, at any time. Let's go buy one together when all this ends.
買ったら私も一番に浅井くんの番号を登録するね。
Yeah, and then I dedicate my first call to you too, Adai-kun. Oh, I just now made the connection. Oh, I dedicate my first time to you, Adai-kun, like Yusami said. And yes, this is intentional that I left out the cell phone thing. Yeah, I'm a pretty desperate man in a totally needed situation, and I'm just mumbling now, and whatever. I'm weird right now. It's the heat. It's the heat in my room. I can't think straight in the heat of my room. And I have to make this thing work. Oh god, everything's shaking. Oh, now I get dizzy. Yeah, alright. I thought Tsubaki looked at a touch anxious for a second, but it's probably not a big deal. We'll see ya. Well, see ya. I left Tsubaki's house. I looked back when I made a turn, and Tsubaki waved at me. To tell the truth, I found it pretty adorable that she watched me walk away. And you dumbass didn't get into her house, into her bed, and stayed the night there. You had the same way to school anyway. You're a big dumbass. Hey, what's going on? A lot of people are absent today. The absence stood out. Was there a cold going around? And it's the music. Where's Tsubaki? Who knows? Maybe she's late? Could something have happened to her again? Maybe.
マジか。いい加減警察にポイしちゃった方がいいんじゃねえの？
Seriously? Hey now, shouldn't we just go tell the cops already? You don't know the whole story.
事情ってなんだよ。俺だけはぶられてんのかよ。
What story? Am I the only one in the dark here?
おはようございます。
Morning. Yusami slowly appeared.
ちょっと宇佐美さん、聞いてよ。
Hey, Yusami-san, listen up.
はい。
I know I changed his voice. I know it was a little bit of, yeah, I'm totally the nice dude here. Whatever, I can't get my shit together right now.
椿どうなったの？あれから進展ナッシング？
What's going on with Tsubaki? Did something happen that I don't know about?
ナッシングです。残念なことに。
Regrettably, there's been zero progress. So you went around yesterday for nothing? Yusami didn't answer my question, but only lowered her head a bit.
昨日はどうも不快なことを言ったようで、すみませんでした。
It seems I said some unpleasant things yesterday, so I'm sorry. Sure. I wanted to inquire about Yusami and Mao's relationship yesterday, but she managed to dodge the subject.
どうしたの？二人とも何分かち合ってるの？
What? You guys have some sort of secret together?
いえ、訳ありな事情がありまして。
No. I just told him I have a reason for withholding. Oh god, he will put this in a totally different context.
また事情？ もういい加減にしてよ。
Okay, good. He didn't took this turn. What? Another excuse? I've had enough of that crap. Ichi was probably annoyed. He left us and started chatting with a group of girls.
なんか悪いこと言いましたかね。
Ah, did I say something wrong? Don't worry about it. Yusami's eyes and mine met. Those beautiful, big, purple eyes. So, how did it go?
収穫はゼロです。初日だし、勢いで3軒くらい回ってみようとしましたが、これが大変で。
I found nothing. I tried to hit 3 places in one day, but it wasn't easy. Yeah.
暗いわ寒いわ怪物は出るわで、気がついたら朝日を拝んでいました。
It was dark and cold, and monsters came out. And when I came to, the morning sun was up. What were you doing? Monsters?
ガラスとか散乱してますし、いきなり床に大穴が開いてたり、ネズミが運動会してたりと、息をつく暇もなかったですね。
What? Shattered glass was all over the place. I stumbled across holes in the floor every few seconds. The Wets were holding a sports tournament. There wasn't even time to gasp. You look worn out.
いえいえ、これからです。
No way! I've only just gotten started. Taking a second look, I noticed there was a bruise on Yusami's leg.
まあ、なんとかなると思いますよ。
Well, I think it'll work out. Yusami remained optimistic about the whole thing. Sorry, but I'll be unable to accompany you for the next 2 days. With regards to the property issue, a final negotiation has yet to be made with the Sano Corporation.
いいですよ。では、今日か明日にはひろあきくんを見つけ出すとしましょう。
It's fine with me. Now then, I guess I'll find Hiroaki-kun today or tomorrow. Where did this carriage come from? Why so confident?
今のところ、雲をつかむような手応えを感じてます。
I feel like I've finally gotten hold of a thin cloud. Meaning you can't grasp it at all?
ですね。もう少しヒントがあればなぁとか思いますね。
I know, right? I just need a few more hints. How about looking over the photo the culprit sent back one more time?
それもそうですね。
Sounds good. The bell rang as we spoke and class started. Yusami inspected the photo thoroughly during the entire lesson. Lunchtime. The cold air on the rooftop was more chilling than ever. Tsubaki arrived around this time. Oh, what happened today?
病院に寄ってたんだよ。
I went to the hospital. To take care of her mother, I guess.
あれ、みんなは？
Where is everybody? Kanan's sleeping. Eiichi, I don't know.
はるちゃんは？
How about Haru-chan? The classroom, maybe? She's been staring at the photo all day.
そっか。二人っきりだね。
I see. Though it's just the two of us. She looked happy. Anything come up lately? That unnatural feeling from a few days back arose in my mind once more.
何かって、それは浅井くんも知っての通りだよ。
Has anything come up? Don't you already know Asai-kun? Right, but I wasn't referring to the kidnapping.
ごめんね。昨日も心配かけたみたいで。変かな、私。
I'm sorry. Looks like I made you worry. Do you think I'm acting kind of weird? I couldn't really tell you.
昨日も心細くてね。
I just felt so hopeless yesterday because you didn't accompany me in my sleep. Whatever, I totally fucked this up. A shadowed expression crept to her face. She is unstable. In any case, it wouldn't be wise to conjecture Tsubaki's feelings based on her bright attitude. Would you like to go shopping today?
いいの？
Really? Would that be okay? Wow, she's like every generic girl. As soon as you say, let's go shopping, all the mood brightens already. If you keep it to around 30 minutes, there's still time before the negotiation. I just hang out with her for a while.
やっぱりやめておくよ。
I think I'll pass. You're not in the mood? She forced a smile and then let out a sigh of exhaustion.
ごめんね。せっかく誘ってもらったのに。私、浅井くんと。
Sorry, I realize you don't invite me often. You and I. She tensed up as if she were preparing to say something, but then
浅井さん。
Yusami jogged over to me.
浅井さん、ちょっとこの写真見てもらっていいですかね。
Adai-san, take a look at this picture, will you? What? How rude.
はるちゃん、おはよ
Haru-chan, good morning.
う。おう。
Morning. Her greeting felt like an afterthought, as if she had almost forgotten in her frenzy.
ひろあきくんの顔がアップで映ってるじゃないですか。
Didn't he do a close-up on Hiroaki-kun's face? Yeah?
すぐそばに倒れた書棚があるじゃないですか。
Wasn't there a fallen bookshelf beside him? Yeah?
今日の私の髪型どうですか？
How's my hair today? Irrelevant?
すみません。書棚の下に白い書類のようなものが見えますよね。
Sorry about that. You see that white document under the shelf? I squinted at the photo. Just as Yusami had said, there was something that looked like the document under the shelf.
これ、なんて書いてありますかね？
Look here! Do you see what's written on it? Huh? You mean on the paper? I put the picture so close to my eyes that the surface was practically kissing my nose. I can't make it out. It's either terrible handwriting or it's smudged. It doesn't look like something that was written for other people to read. Maybe it's a sheet from a diary or something.
日記といえば、椿はどうだ？
Speaking of diaries, how about showing it to Tsubaki?
ど
Um,
うかな？
let's see. The three of us squeezed together. I can't show it off. I could put... We squeezed together in our faces.
あんまり見たくないな。ごめんね。
I don't really want to look at this. Sorry.
そうか、悪かった。
I see. Forgive me. There's no way she would want to see a picture of her imprisoned brother. What do you think, Yusami?
わかりません。内容は。
I can't decipher the content. The content?
はい。これはアルファベットだとは思います。
Yes, I think these are Roman letters. Roman letters? She was right. It really did look like something written in English. Oh, wait. We have Roman letters? Are those things Roman letters? Okay.
ここが A で、この辺が J ですね。
This is A. The one around here would be J. It does look that way. Good eye there.
ここ、ちょっと目がっつり開いて見てもらえませんか？
Can you look at this over here now? Is that RP?
何なんすかね？この RP って。
What could RP possibly mean? It's written right there at the beginning. A capital R and a lowercase p.
ダイイングメッセージですかね？
Is that a dying message? And who do you think would have died there, genius?
まあ、この発見がどれほど意味があるかというと、 微妙なところなんですがね。
Well, it's hard to say just how much help this discovery will be. Well, that's just great. She's right, it doesn't really seem to be that big of a deal. All we know is that the ruined building where Hiroaki is imprisoned holds English books. He could hardly call it a big step. We could hardly.
もう少し頭をひねってみますわ。
I try mulling over it a bit more.
ねえ、はるちゃんは何してるの？
Hey, Haru-chan, what are you doing? Yusami answered with confusion.
もちろん、ひろあきくんを探してるんだわ。
Searching for Hiroaki-kun, of course.
やっぱり。
I knew it. Yusami frowned.
何かいけなかったか？
Did I do something wrong? Tsubaki's lips were quivering.
無理しないでね。
Don't push yourself too hard.
気持ちは嬉しいんだけど、なんていうか、はるちゃんは別に探偵さんでも警察の人でもなんでもないわけじゃない。
I'm pleased by your intentions, but, well, Haru-chan's neither a policeman nor a detective, right? Yusami looked confused after hearing this, and Tsubaki joined her in awkward silence.
手を引いてくれと言っているのか？
Are you implying that I should stay out of this?
ごめん。
Well, yeah. Sorry. Tsubaki lowered her head slightly.
だって、はるちゃんはどうして犯人を捕まえようとしているの？
Why do you want to catch the culprits in the first place, Haru-chan?
犯人を捕まえなければ、今後第2第3の誘拐事件が起こるかもしれないぞ。
If we don't catch him, there might be a second or third kidnapping case.
そういう正義感みたいなもので。
So, you're doing this out of a sense of justice?
大口叩いておいて、私は身代金を奪われてしまった。責任も感じている。
I bragged about my intent to stop it from happening, but in the end, the money was still taken. Therefore, I feel responsible.
責任ってそんなもういいよ。
Responsibility? You don't need to worry about that. Enough already.
どうしたんだ椿。私はただ犯人の手からひろあきくんを取り戻したいんだが。
What's going on, Tsubaki? I only want to get Hiroaki-kun back from the criminal's hands. Tsubaki's face changed dramatically at this point. And you know what? I'm gonna leave this episode here because there's tension building up and I love to have me some cliffhangers. So I hope you enjoyed this so far. It's more like a little bit of character development and stuff like that. So I will call the episode according to that. So yeah, I hope you enjoyed it so far. Leave a like if you did, really appreciate it. And I will hopefully see you in the next one. Stay tuned.